Good morning, family. This is the day that the Lord has made, and let us rejoice and be exceedingly and abundantly glad in it. I pray that you had a great night rest and you are off to a wonderful start of the day. I want to talk a moment about a very special time of the year, of this month rather, and that is Juneteenth. And some people call this celebration or holiday Freedom Day. And when I think about Freedom Day, I think about why we celebrate. You see, in 1865, slavery was abolished. That means that the African American people were free. However, it was not until months later that in June 19th of 1865, when a group of people in Texas found out about this freedom and became free, no longer enslaved. And so that's a little bit why we celebrate. And I didn't come on to give us a history lesson, but I just think about that because I went to a celebration myself on that day. And when I got home, I started watching a documentary that was so educational about the people in Oklahoma, and they live what we call in a place where we call Black Wall Street, where they had all these businesses, prominent people of color, and how it all came crumbling down. Unjustly. It came crumbling down. And the people who were telling the story were family members of those who were treated unfairly, who lost everything unfairly. And these family members, great-grandchildren, great-great-grands who were telling the story, they still are seeking reparations. They're still trying to fight for justice for their ancestors. And what quickly came to my mind was persevering through injustice. So many of us, day by day, persevere through unfair treatment. We persevere through injustice. However, while persevering, we do not give up. We do not lose hope, because we know that as a people, and when I say as a people, I'm not talking about a people of color, but I am talking about a people of faith in God, that we can persevere, that we can lean on Jesus for hope on the solid rock and not lose faith. We can persevere through injustice, whether that injustice is on our jobs, whether that injustice is in our neighborhoods, whether that injustice is trying to buy a car, trying to buy a house, trying to win a court case, trying to fight for something that we know should be ours. We persevere through injustice because we know we have hope in Jesus. I go way back and I think about the proof of how we can persevere is when I think about Harriet Tubman and how she persevered to Freedom Land. But what she did, she put her hope in God. She prayed. God gave her the vision, and she went forward. She knew that God was on her side. She knew that he was going to lead her all the way, and her hope was not in man and those who could have been helping her. Her hope was in God. Her hope was in Jesus. I think about our ancestors or people who fought for our freedom Even after slavery, I think about those who crossed the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, who persevered. They prayed. Their hope was not in man, in the leaders, not the government, but they prayed and they listened and they let God lead the way and show them. And victory was won. Victory was won in 1865. Victory was won in 1965. Victory is won today. Victory was won on the cross. So you over 2,000 years ago, so you can persevere. I think about Moses when he led the Israelites out of Egypt, out of Pharaoh's bondage, and their wavering faith. And Moses told them in Exodus 14th chapter, in the 13th verse, he told them to stand still and see the salvation of the Lord today. And what did God do for them? He parted the Red Sea. They had wavering faith, but Moses had a communication with God. And God spoke to Moses. And he told Moses what to do. And Moses did what he told him to do. He had faith. And God parted the Red Sea. Even those who were with him did not have faith, but he did. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. And 2024, no matter what your Red Sea is, no matter what the problem is, no matter how you may be treated unfairly, persevere through it, through injustice. Persevere and stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. I hope this helps someone today. I hope that you have a wonderful day and be blessed, family.